What's going on, guys? Today I am back with another hat format replay review for you guys. If you're interested in sending in your hat format replays, you can go down to the video description and find out all the information on how to send those in. But anyways, here I have another match. We have Propker's 2K10, who is going to be on Mermail, versus Odyssey Icaros, who is on Spellbook. So this should be a very good match. Both of these players I have featured several times at this point and are both very good players. So let's see how this one goes. It looks like Icaros will be starting this one out. Opening hands, we see Undyne, Aqua Spirit, MST, Sphere, and Pike. And Odyssey here has Eternity, Bottomless, Life, Book of Moon, and Temperance. So they are choosing to play the Temperance. This has been popping up a little more lately, simply for consistency reasons, since Spellbook is a deck that really needs a spellcaster on board most of the time, and also just being able to get to High Priestess early on and not be drawing them and then not having the resources to actually use it is very important. Unfortunately, though, this hand isn't that great here because they didn't see something like a Secrets or something like a Tower, something to actually start getting the whole resource game going, but they will get to draw for turn. Here, finding a copy of that Tower. So they activate the Tower, activate the Temperance, which says, during the main phase, if you activate a Spellbook spell previously this turn, you contribute this card special summon one level 5 or higher light or dark spellcaster monster from your deck, and then you can't special summon level 5 or higher monsters during the turn you activate this. So here they are going to use the effect to get the High Priestess, setting the Book of Moon on Bottomless and passing it over. Propkers gets a copy of Marksman for turn, which is very good. They go Summon Undyne for cost, sending Infantry to add Controller. Use the Infantry to pop the Priestess. Book of Moon is chained to flip the Priestess face down. This has to pop face up cards, so the Priestess is safe. Here they set the MST and Sphere and pass it over. Odyssey gets a copy of Spellbook of Crescent, which should be good here. They can't trigger the Tower here because they have no Spellbook spells in graveyard, which means it probably won't bait the MST here in standby phase the way it normally would, which means this Crescent will probably be very good here. Activates the Crescent, revealing Secrets, Master, and Power. Gets the Power, flips the copy of Priestess, and activates Power, so now the Priestess has 3,500 attack. Attacks over Undyne, and then the Power will trigger to search, getting a copy of Secrets here. Main phase 2, at Secrets add Master. Master reveal Eternity, copy Secrets. Adds a copy of Blue Boy. They use the High Priestess, that is once per turn you can banish one. They did not use that this turn, right? Okay, so they are going to use its effect and hit the MST. Ooh, that's interesting. So now it's like, do you go for the Tower and risk them being able to summon a monster, or do you go for the blind back row? Because this is getting them a lot of resources. Well, it will be. Here they do pop the Tower, and they just say it's good. They normal the Blue Boy here and get another Tower. Could they have triggered this here? When this card in your possession is destroyed by your opponent's card and sent to the graveyard, special summon one spellcaster type monster from your hand or deck whose level is less than or equal to the number of Spellbook spell cards in your graveyard. So at that point they had, what, 1, 2, 3? So during the main phase, could they have summoned another Temperance or Blue Boy there if need be? I don't know. I guess maybe they just didn't want it there. Not really a reason to play more and into this board and lose, potential resources on the crackback since it is in the main phase 2 here. They go Eternity to add back Secrets as follow-up. Activate the other Tower. Here at the end of the main phase, Sphere is activated to summon Lind, which gets met with Bottomless. Ooh, very strong here. Getting rid of this so they can't keep floating and stuff. End phase, the Sphere blows up, and Propkers gets a copy of Abyss Lead. They go Pike, discard Lead, add Undyne. Special Aqua Spirit, which cannot be normal summoned or set, must first be special summoned from the hand by banishing one water monster from your graveyard, and then once per turn during your opponent's standby phase, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, change that target's battle position, and if you do, it cannot change its battle position for the rest of this turn. This was a card that was played a lot more, I think, in like Fire-Water format, so a little bit prior to H.A.T format in general. Just as an extender, it's kind of cool to see it being played here, as it is a good card, but sometimes it can be a little dead, I could imagine, in certain scenarios where you don't have the most setup. But they're banishing the Undyne here, overlaying both for a copy of H.A.T, which it was what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 4, yep. Here, Tower will activate to get a copy of Justice, which H.A.T can just attack over. Odyssey then gets a copy of Eternity, activates Life. To bring back the High Priestess, use the High Priestess, banish Tower to pop the H.A.T. Activate Secrets to add Blue Boy. Summon Blue Boy, get Master. Master activated, revealing Eternity to copy Secrets, adding Fate. Go to battle phase. Not looking good for prop here. Activates Eternity in main phase 2 to get back the Tower, and yeah, Spellbook is completely set up the way they really want to be right here. Prop gets a copy of Soul Charge off the top, that's not bad. Summon Undyne, use the effect, send Marksman as cost, add another controller. Use the Marksman to try to bait the Fate. Fate is chained for 2 to probably to book the Blue Boy here, yep. Activate Soul Charge, bringing back Pike, Spirit. This cannot be normal. Must first be. Yep, so they can bring this back. Are they going to go for more? Nope, just 2. Oh, I guess they couldn't. Their life was really low. Here, the Pike is activated, discarding the Marksman, adding Lind. Marksman pops the set Blue Boy, overlays both for a 101. Takes the Priestess. Wow, this is slowly, it's very back and forth. This is a very good game. Here, Odyssey draws another copy of Temperance, uses the Tower and standby. They're having a bit of back and forth there, putting the power back, drawing into a DD Crow. Unfortunate, that probably would have been better last turn. Here, Prop gets a copy of Teus, which is very strong. They're thinking. They go Teus, discard Lind. Teus effect to get, Oshia. Okay, so this is the other thing. A lot of the older builds, how I mentioned, I believe it was like Fire-Water format that played the Aqua Spirit, they were also on the Osha line, which could basically just turn into, I forget what it was, if it was usually a rank 4 and a rank 3 or something off of Osha. What this does is it says you can target one Mermail monster you control, special summon any number of level 4 lower Mermail monsters from your deck whose combined levels are less than or equal to the levels of that monster, then send that monster to the graveyard. So it works really well with the 7s. So cool to see that they're on that. Here they, what was that? Normal, the controller, and overlay for Levier. Use the effect, bring back Lind, and push in. Is that enough for game? No, 71. That is, let me just double check the math here just to make sure. That's 33, 54, 60, 71. Yep, so 900 left. Pass it over. Odyssey gets a copy of High Priestess. Uses Tower, puts back Fate, draws another Priestess. Ooh, that was rough. And Prop ends up taking that one. Soul Charge, was very necessary there. Very back and forth. But here we will see Odyssey start out. Opening hands, we see Breakthrough Skill, Dragoon, Sphere, Aqua Spirit, and Soul Charge. Odyssey here has High Priestess, Blue Boy, Secrets, Eternity, and Secrets. So very strong hand, and drawing off the top the Crescent, revealing Secrets, Master, and Fate. Getting the Secrets, so they have all 3 Secrets. Sometimes it can be a little awkward where you kind of play the mind game of, do you want your opponent knowing you already have Secrets, or do you kind of just play it in a way where let them know you have Secrets, and then they can, add something else off of this, maybe reveal the Tower instead as one of the cards, or just any of the other spell books so that you're not locked into having all these. Because, this is very strong, though, regardless, so It doesn't really matter, but in general, you kind of run that risk. Summon Blue Boy, get Master, Secrets for Tower, Master for Fate, activate the Tower, set the Fate, pass. Here, Prop gets a Lind. They're thinking they end up setting Lind, setting Breakthrough, setting Sphere. Yeah, there wasn't really a better play because you don't want to run the risk of your opponent just flipping the Fate and banishing a Dragoons if you set it. You can't set this. So I guess that was like the only option you kind of had there, unless you really wanted to just bait their stuff and then you could just normal this and try to swing over the Blue Boy. Yeah, there wasn't really a great play there, honestly. Here they are going to use Fate for 3, banishing the Lind. Odyssey gets a copy of Blue Boy, activates the Tower, putting back the Fate, and drawing a Justice. That's very good. They go for the Blue Boy, though. That gets met with a Breakthrough skill. Activate Secrets for Wisdom. They go High Priestess, revealing the 3 in hand, a special. And they say it's good. Here they go Eternity to add back Master, which hasn't been used this turn, so they use Master to add the Fate. Next, they're going to use the Priestess, banishing the Secrets to pop the back row, or not. Oh, banishing the Master. Here, the Sphere's Chain, probably getting a Lind here. Then it gets blown up, so Lind will trigger to summon a copy of Pike. That's very good. Pike, discard Dragoons, add Undyne. Dragoons add Megalo. Next, the Blue Boys are overlaid for a copy of Daigusto Phoenix, allowing it to attack twice. And then they overlay the Phoenix with a copy of Downard, which is a spellcaster, so that is relevant, as well as it just has a bit of an attack boost as well. They set the Wisdom and Fate, pass it over. Prop gets a copy of Marksman. Normal's Undyne uses the effect, sending a Marksman, adding Controller. Marksman effect will pop a back row. They're going to go for the random hit, hitting the Wisdom, okay. And they're going to use it on Downard for traps. Next, Megalo is activated, discarding Aqua Spirit and another Marksman to summon Megalo. Here, Marksman Chainlink 1, Megalo Chainlink 2 to add a Sphere. That gets met with a Fate, which will banish the Megalo. Sphere's added. They think, and they go Soul Charge for Dragoons and Pike and Lind. They say it's good. Next, they overlay the Dragoons and Pike for a Honor Arc. Use the effect to take the High Priestess. Dragoons can then trigger again to add Moulin Glacia. Oh, do they have 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wow, that's huge in this situation. They go for the Moulin Glacia, which uses its effect, getting rid of the Justice and Secrets. They overlay the Lind and Undyne for a Mechwhip Engineer. Set the Sphere. Wow, this is very good play here from Propgers. Here, Odyssey gets a copy of Justice. Stand by, they're using the Tower to put back the Fate, and draws a Torrential. Okay, it's actually all right, because here the Engineer can protect itself, as well as the 101 can, protect itself too. This will be destroyed off of a Torrential, and then you'll have to skip your next battle phase. So, okay, that's interesting. Here, they allow the Engineer to die. Oh, because it does piercing damage. So if they would have used the effect on itself, they would have just lost. I'm pretty sure this does piercing, if I remember. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage. Yeah, so that actually would have cost them the game, so they have to let that die out there. Which also makes the Torrential even better if they play into it, because that means this has no protection from something like the Engineer. Set the Torrential and pass. Or here in the main phase, they're going to use the Sphere to get a Lind. Lind gets blown up with the Sphere in end phase to summon a copy of Lead. Drawing a warning for turn that's going to be dead. Here, Lead can beat over the Downard. The Moulin Glacia attacks in for 28. The 101 attacks in. And set the Controller, set the warning. Oh, that's so rough. because here a lot of draws kind of put them in a top deck war because they could just normal the Justice and flip the Torrential. Because I think there's one Land Engrave, there's the other two Engrave, so it puts them in a really tough spot because they know even if this was like a bluff Sphere or something, it's not going to do anything. They draw a copy of Temperance, using the tower to put back secrets, draws a max C. Here they normal the Justice, yep, and they do use the Torrential. Oh, but the 101 stays, so actually if Propgers finds any monster, it's going to be game. Drawing an MST, oh wow, so that'll at least check the tower, so they'll cut off their resource engine. And did they attack there? No. Did I miss something? I'm not sure if they attacked there. Here, Odyssey goes main phase 1. Oh, right. The Moulin Glacia effect skips the next battle phase, so they weren't able to go to battle phase there. Here, though, what was it? They set the Master and set a Maxi. Pass it over. MST is chained on the Master, so, not going for the tower here. Propgers gets a copy of Aqua Spirit, specials that by removing the Abyss Pike. Attacks in, and then attacks for 21. This one's going to come down to the wire. They draw a Crescent. They do, if they use the tower to put back the Master, then they will have, they have spellcasters and stuff. So then they will be able to use this Crescent. So they use the tower, putting back the Master, drawing a copy of Soul Drain, activating Crescent, revealing secrets, Eternity, and Wisdom. If they get Wisdom, it's just game, kind of. Oh, Wisdom. Oh, wait, actually, no, because the Temperance, there's one. They should still have those in deck. So they're going to go, the Temperance into the High Priestess. And, wow, that was so close. I think maybe if the MST had hit the tower, it might have changed that a little. I see them saying it wouldn't have really mattered, I think. But I kind of think that might have mattered. But here, going into game 3, Propgers will get to start. We see Infantry, Aqua Spirit, MST, Lind, Controller. Not the craziest hand here. Odyssey sees Justice, Crescent, Maxi, Justice, and Eternity. Drawing a Pike for turn. Okay, that's pretty good. Summon Pike, discard Lind. Gets a Undyne. Goes Aqua Spirit. Probably for Bahamut here. Yep. Bahamut, detach, summon the Abyss Trite. Set MST pass. Here, Odyssey gets a copy of Dimensional Fissure. That card's amazing against Mermail. Here they go Crescent. Revealing 3. Adding the Wisdom again. Summon, Justice. Use the effect to add a copy of High Priestess and Secrets. MST in the end phase or end of main. Interesting to see that they set that over activating, I guess. Yeah, no, very interesting, honestly, to see that. Here, Prop gets a copy of Gund, which is very good, especially off of this normal summon Undyne, which can send Dragoons, adding Controller and a Megalo. Next, the Megalo is activated, discarding Gun and Infantry. Maxi is chained, Megalo is summoned. Odyssey gets a copy of Blue Boy. Gund and Megalo trigger, adding a Sphere and summoning back a Pike. Odyssey gets a copy of Temperance. They switch the stuff to attack, and that is enough for game. Even if it was a little off, they could have just, used Megalo or something. Use the effect to, you contribute one other face-up attack position water monster to make it have double attacking, so they could have got rid of this Undyne that's a little weaker if need be, and just swing in twice with that, but that is enough for game, so very good back and forth we saw here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like on this video. Comment any questions or videos you want to see in the future. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to get notified anytime I put a new video out. Share this video with your friends. And don't forget to go down to the video description to find out how you can send in your hat format replays. But anyways, guys, I will see you in the next video.